A ton of information just dropped on Diablo 4's next season, and I'm going to talk about why I think it is literally the season of Rogue, the class that they chose for the thumbnail of the video, and is featured prominently in this title and this whole video. So let's watch the trailer real quick, and I'll tell you what I saw and everything that's coming.
Dead, discarded, their throats torn open. The church ignored the killings, even as fear.
I think this is the Rogue point of view as well. The Rogue's voice.
The desperate and the brave fought to end the corruption, but they were too late.
Watch.
It changed them, killed them, brought them back hungry. I have fought
There
this
she is.
place a long time.
Center
I need
stage.
something
Fire
different.
burning in her eyes.
A survivor with all of their strengths and none of our weaknesses. Someone
Everyone else got taken over.
unexpected.
All the other classes. They're all vampires now.
And they'll never see you coming.
The Rogue's gotta take them all out.
Track them. Hunt them. Kill them. In the realm of darkness, we are the beacon of light. Let our stakes pierce through the hearts of the damned. For tonight, we hunt.
Alright, there's a lot of info there. New vampiric powers. Season of Blood, Season of Vampires. That means life sustain, possibly enemies leeching life. I'm going to tell you why this is important in a second. We've got 5 new endgame bosses and a new quest line. Here's some more information on everything that's coming in the new season. We've got the Season of Blood incoming, which is going to include 5 new endgame bosses. There's a ton of other quality of life stuff that I want to go over after we talk about this, how important this is, and why rogues are going to reign supreme in the upcoming season. Well, we already heard vampiric is going to be the theme of the season. We can see one of the bosses here is clearly a vampire. This effect in the game currently as it stands is an ability to regenerate life. These boss fights I'm expecting to be very different from the Uber Lilith fight that we have now, and they could be potentially long sustained fights. And if you don't already know, the Rogue is not only the best boss fighter that we've seen so far in the game up until now, but we've only really seen her against Uber Lilith, which is a fight where you only either get one shot basically, or you defeat the boss with playing perfectly and avoiding all of the mechanics. Now, what people don't realize if they've never played Rogue is that rogues are actually the character that can sustain their life the best of any character. With a combination of passives and aspects that are available to the rogue only, a rogue can generate enough life sustain to regenerate their entire life globe in just a matter of seconds. Now, if these boss fights are anything other than what we've seen so far, that regen is not going to be matched on any other class. So not only was Rogue the best already to fight bosses, but now she is going to stand far and wide from any other class in this new season, where we're getting 5 new endgame bosses. This is the first addition to endgame that we've seen since the launch of the game, and so I think that's so important. Some of the other really important things that are coming in the new season are changes to quality of life. So the renown changes. We also have better target farming for uniques and uber uniques. So that's going to be great, just being able to guarantee those unique items, which a lot of people I know were having trouble on Rogue specifically and other classes to find the specific unique of their choosing. So we're going to get better abilities to target farm. And then we also have this renown. Our renown is carrying over. Now, this isn't specific to any one class, but this is huge quality of life improvement coming in the new season. You will not have to get your renown again. Any rewards you got will stay. If you haven't gotten the rewards yet, then you will have to do them again still, it seems. In addition to that, we have other changes coming. They are going to fix the resistance system in the game, and vulnerable, overpower, and critical strike damage are being updated. Now, updated to me means that vulnerable and critical strike damage are getting nerfed and overpower is getting buffed. This is basically what the devs have been saying they wanted to do for a long time. Right now, a lot of the builds use vulnerable and critical strike damage. I expect these nerfs will be made up elsewhere in terms of damage. I'm not too concerned about it. These are going to affect all classes more or less the same. So I'm actually interested to see what changes they make there and what we can do to adjust for it. And then the next huge quality of life improvement, we're getting our gem and stash tab changes. Gems no longer going to take up the inventory space. That was announced already, but this is a new one. Stashes can be searched and filtered. I'm really excited about this one. I know my stashes in the game are already a huge mess, so being able to search and filter them will be a little bit of a benefit. But I would have liked to see more here, honestly. I would like to be able to have sort of a catalog of all of my aspects so that they don't take up room in my stash in the first place, and that sort of like the codex, but just put all of my aspects that I found in a system like that. Also, I'd like to have a loot filter, not just a stash filter. Anything that drops on the ground, like I just want to know that what I'm picking up is going to be worth it if I'm wasting my time and spending my time picking up an item. I'd like to just know and not have to go through and search it, every mod on the specific item. And some of the other things that I'd just like to see are maybe some more social elements to the game. I would have liked to see something along those lines coming in season 2, but who knows? Maybe this is just the first announcement. We might get more updates soon. But look at this top of the post. Front and center, we've got the Rogue. I think this is going to be the season of Rogue because all these new endgame bosses you will be best suited to fight them on the Rogue, and I'm excited to check out some of our builds that we've already made that are the best boss killers in the game, and think of maybe some new builds based on what changes for the season. So I'm excited to experience this all together as a community, and I'll see you guys out there.